Its name is Pikachu.
Oh, it's so cute, it's the best of all.
You'll see.
Oh, hi, Pikachu.
Pika.
Have you ever wanted to know what Pokemon are saying? Have you ever been so narcissistic that you want to be able to convey your thoughts by saying your own name over and over again?
Malkovich, Malkovich. Malkovich, Malkovich, Malkovich. Malkovich, Malkovich. Malkovich. Malkovich! Malkovich.
I present to you a completely superfluous addition to the corpus of human knowledge, Tona, the language of Pokemon. Tona is comprised of two parts, encoding and semantic content. For encoding, we are going to use length and tone distinctions. Length distinctions are simple enough, though we don't really have them in English. You can see an example in the Japanese words koko, meaning here, and ko, meaning high school. Tones are a little trickier. Mandarin Chinese is the most prominent example, with a relatively simple 5-tone system. The smallest unit of information in Tona is the toneme, which is the equivalent to a phoneme in most natural languages. There are 6 distinct tonemes in Tona. There's short low, short high, long low, long high, long rising, and long falling. There isn't a short rising or short falling because those are harder to distinguish. You can also think of the low tones as baseline tones, so you don't have to pronounce them lower than normal speech. Just make the high tones higher. So you can distinguish between the following words.
P, 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 P.
Also, just a quick aside here, I know people are going to be very upset at my choice of diacritics, indicating which tone is which. Well, I don't think the Mandarin pinyin way really makes that much sense, and there doesn't seem to be a commonly agreed upon alternative, so I went with my gut, deal with it. Keep in mind that the only thing that matters is tone, so
P,
said by Pikachu is the same as
Char,
said by Charmander, and etc. You can combine these 6 tonemes to form words. You have 6 one-syllable words, 36 two-syllable words, and 216 possible 3-syllable words. We'll try not to go beyond that, as most Pokemon have 3-syllable names. Despite this being a language for Pokemon, I tried to make the meanings as intuitive as I could for human speakers. For instance, the question particle is the one-syllable rising tone,
P,
because many human languages use an upward inflection to mark a question. I also used some symbolic abstraction, like the word for bird is
Pikachu,
with a high tone followed by a rising tone followed by another high tone to symbolize powered flight. The word for big is
Pika,
because the 2 long low tones give the word a large feel. Part 2. Theft. The larger problem is how to create a language using only a maximum of 258 words. Luckily, people have already went out of their way to create languages with very restricted vocabulary. Pona is a minimalist constructed language created by the Canadian linguist Sonia Lang. It's very easy to learn compared to natural languages, has a surprising degree of versatility in communicating about most subjects, and it has a vibrant community of speakers. So, instead of making a full conlang from scratch, I did what's called a relex, or relexicalization, where I take the grammar and vocabulary of, in this case, Pona, and replace each word with a word made up of Pokemon Tony. This is where the name Tona comes from, because it's a tonal language that can be spoken by Pokemon, and it's based on the structure of Pona. So, if you want to learn to speak Tona, what you would need to do is first learn Pona, which, depending on your desired level of fluency, could take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. Then you would just need to learn the equivalent words in Tona, almost like a dialect. Here is a list of all the Pona words with their equivalent in Tona. And for those who aren't familiar with Pona yet, here is the list of English sort of definitions of the words and their Tona equivalents. Keep in mind that some of these definitions can be a bit confusing if you're not familiar with Tokipona already. Also, don't have an aneurysm trying to read that. I'll include a link to the spreadsheet in the description, as well as sources for learning Tokipona. Given all that, let's see what the language actually sounds like. Here's a Blastoise, and a small yellow rodent is intruding on its territory. It might say something like this.
Blastoise. Blastoise. Blastoise.
Alternatively, have you ever thought about what it might be like to listen to a Piplup contemplate the vastness of the cosmos? Well, here's that. Well, it exists now. It has been created, and it cannot be uncreated. I have no regrets. I already have a second project in the works, and it is a Minecraft language. So prepare for that. Bye.
Pikachu!